What's up, everybody? It's your boy, WHG the Dory, coming at you with a little bit less energy because I'm just going to be doing a bare bones review. Eyes tied, but I also know I need to get back on my ball because there's a lot of shit that's going to be changing. I have to either adjust or I have to say fuck it and give up, and I'm unfortunately not prepared to give up. So, we're not going to have the bells and whistles, no intro, no graphics, no na-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Just me, this personality, and this voice of mine. Wait. And this voice of mine, as we talk about wrestling, babies. Now go ahead, buckle up, because we on this. Wait a minute. I was about to cue the music. Ain't no music today. So with that said, let's just go get started as we open up with some damn good traditional wrestling. Some wrestling for you Southerners like myself. As we have Christian Cage going up against Frankie Kazarian. And probably the best worked match of the night. And I enjoyed it. Now, usually when I like my openers, I like them to be big. I like it to be flashy, high impact and energy. But you know what? Sometimes you need to slow it down a little bit. Be a little bit more methodical. Show that technical prowess. Show good ring awareness. And in AEW now, it's hard to argue anybody that can do it better than Frankie and Christian Cage. Now, to go into this, when I say a traditional match, I mean it was completely traditional. You had your heel. You had your baby face. You had the heel doing heel shit, as Frankie did, and the babyface having to fight back something fierce, as Christian did. With the key point, I believe, being the fact that Christian's been gone for 7 years. No proper match. Not counting the Rumble because, let's be honest, it's not a match. It's fucking a bunch of motherfuckers trying to take another motherfucker out, and you don't really get the real match work normally. Cool. And they put on a nice banger. Is it a classic? No, but did it tell a story that I fucking appreciated them telling? Yes, it did. I loved it. I like seeing Christian come back. I like seeing what Frankie can do on his own. And Christian got the win. He did. He had to work for it, too. The man was gassed and blew up pretty early, but you know what? It was fine. This one, I'm going to go ahead and run it a good A. It was excellent to me, and I appreciated it. Post-match, though, we get a vignette from Darby Allin, basically addressing Matt Hardy, because they're going to be going into their program pretty soon. And I don't know how that's going to turn out, but you know what? I'm down for the cause. That's about it. I want to see this match. I want to see how it goes. Because I couldn't tell you who would win in that meetup. Especially given everything now with everybody Matt has. So, we just got to play wait and see. So, but after the vignette, when we're coming back from break, we get a nice little promo for Dark Elevation with All Ego Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky, with both of them being of the same mindset that whatever we want, we're going to take. We're not going to be held down because we are the future. We are the face of this company. Point blank, period. So I'm excited about that. And Dark has been doing pretty good as far as presenting the future stars of AEW. I am with it, support it, I'm for it, and it's good. That's a nice little thing to look forward to. But that's not the main point, because we have the exhibition match. QT Marshall versus Cody Rhodes. And I knew the story was going to be coming in. It's Cody versus QT. QT with a massive ass chip on his shoulder. And him coming back with... QT having a big chip on his shoulder and him needing to challenge Cody to show he's not just like... I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the TV. To show that he can do it on his own, and that he's not just Cody's lackey, and that he is QT Marshall. He can do this thing for wrestling. He is a great talent, and the man is good talent. Don't get me wrong, he is solid as fuck. But with the way it goes and the way it went, QT had no chance against Cody, who had his number the entire way, getting him so angry that he he basically knocks out Arn and walks the fuck off being a bitch-ass bitch. And I was like, you motherfucker, you. You did what I expect you to do. Thank you. Cool. Whatever. But then the motherfucker did some shit I didn't expect. Come to find out, he's got him some recruits from the Nightmare family. And these recruits are actually some serious talented hitters. I'm talking about Aaron Solo, Nick Camacho, Nick Camarado, and Anthony Ogogo, a bronze metal boxer. Now, I didn't see him pulling the MJF, coming out with his own little group. Did not see it whatsoever. And I actually enjoy that twist. I like the change up. Kept me surprised, and now I'm more invested into what the fuck QT's got going on. I mean, that's some good shit they did. Let's see if they can make it worth my while a little bit longer. Now, after that, I also forgot to mention that Jade had a promo video, which is what she's done because she's that bitch. And tagging in with that, Red Velvet comes in for a backstage interview when she's attacked by that bitch. Lays that ass out real quick, just clapped them cheeks, and was on her way to do bad bitch things. I like Jade, and there's more that I'm looking forward to her in the future, but I'm not talking about it here. We got a show to finish. But I definitely appreciated this. So following that, we have Jon Moxley versus Cesar Bononi. Former NXT talent. He was released in the mass releasings. And honestly, him coming to AEW, I think is doing great for him. He's getting the opportunity to work. Because if I remember correctly, he was released with a pregnant wife at home and little ways of guaranteeing he can even stay in his country. But AEW came in. The man's got work. Obviously, he's still here, which is good for us. And he is definitely adding to the deficit of big men that AEW was missing. And I liked how he did it. Coming to this match, he is a for real powerhouse. Something which Moxley tends to deal with from time to time, where he is fine against guys in size because his muscle tends to give him the ability to do the shit that he wants to do. But against a bigger opponent, he's had to rely more on his mat skill, his grappling skill, transition and locks. And ooh, shit, it's so fucking good. But Bononi has friends, and his friends kind of help keep Bononi in the game for a bit. But you know what? It's John motherfucking Mox. He ain't going out like no punk ass bitch. And he got him with a rear naked motherfucking choke. That's what my boy does. He puts him to sleep. Now, then prior to that match, he also did a little video vignette and promo where he basically was addressing everything's going on, him getting attacked, him getting jumped, him losing his best friend, and then the Bucks come in to save him, not knowing where they want to be in the fight, and he's just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but shit needs to get figured out, but until then, I'm gonna just do what the fuck I do, and that's fuck people up. Yes, this is what you do with Moxley. You let Moxley do that shit. Also, the match for me, it gets an A-. Like, it was good. I like the story that was told. I'm enjoying seeing Caesar more. Getting Caesar some better gear. Thank you. Thank y'all for doing that. He needed that. Shit. That's all I gotta say about it. So after that match, we get Team Taz in the back talking about how things are fine, but things clearly ain't fine whenever my boy, Ricky Starks, basically says that we all good, but what do you think? And Cage is like, you know what? I think that yesterday on Dark, whenever we dominated the match, if you would have fucking tagged me sooner, we would have been done sooner. But Taz is over here trying to keep the peace and let it be known, hey, Team Taz is just fine, and you know what? You might be right. But you need to fix the cracks in your pavement before you have an issue there, my friend. That's all I'm going to say. After that, we get the Pinnacle, being them guys at the top, coming in, getting a nice private designer, getting them all dressed to impress. Because when you at the top, there's no excuse for looking bummy. You gotta have the finest suits. I'm talking about you need them gays to hold them 10 toes down. Next thing you know, they're gonna be needing to get the nice little timepieces so they can look the proper role. I'm just saying. But also they're gonna get an interior decorator for their locker room and finally get the stench and the circle out when open the bathroom door. You had Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, proud and fucking powerful. And at that point, you think it's 5-on-4. So you're going to think, let's get him. Nah, Max is like, we need to get the fuck out. But that makes sense. It's a surprise. They weren't prepared for that. They're probably relaxed. They probably had a little bit of the bubbly, and now they over here just a little tipsy. But that doesn't help that ass whooping they get, because they get that ass with this zipped. And I love it. The Inner Circle's back. And the fun of the games are over with. They're going to fucking war, which is definitely a good program to get for Double or Nothing. Yes, bitch. Yes. And honestly, for that beatdown for itself gets its own S. It gets my coveted S. Because it could not have been done any better. No better whatsoever. Good shit. But after the Pinnacle situation, now it's time for the Bucks to address what the fuck is going on with the look forward to, where they're trying to focus on Kaz and Frank SCU as they are the number one contenders for the AEW tag belts. But Don Callis brings his bitch ass over and wants to have a conversation with Matt Jackson, where he basically tells him, "You hurt Kenny. Kenny has given for you guys, but y'all have not done the same. And you hurt him. Think about what you did." And Don decks Matt in the face. And Matt grabs him by the fucking chest. He's about to do some shit, but he's like, nah. To where Don is like, you're basically calling him a coward and he ain't shit. I'm just like, oh my God, you don't know what you doing. But I'm gonna let Don do Don, because Don is fucking up big. But following that, we have the trios action, as we have the Super Elite going up against the Lucha Brothers and Laredo Kid. And I don't even got to talk about this match. I'll tell you these names: Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, Kenny Omega, Laredo Kid, Pentagon Jr., or Penta El Cero Miedo, or Rey Fenix. Literally, you could chop them up from one from each side, however you want to do it. Damn near. Put them in a single match, you're going to have something good. Yeah, because them luchadors are actually pretty skilled workers. They can get with Gallows' big ass. And Gallows is just solid as a big man. And this match was fucking everything that I like about an AEW match. It was big moves, big spots, sequences, proper team chemistry as they went and flowed together. I love the way they did it. Man, it felt so good to watch. And honestly, if this would have been the opener, I would have not been mad, and I would have basically given it the same grade. So this is actually getting a better grade because I just love everybody in this match. I do feel like this match should have been cut for by 2 or 3 reasons, but I'll leave for later. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and give this an A+. Just like I said, I said the names. Y'all know how good they are and how great they are individually, except maybe Laredo Kid. So we're just gonna leave it at that because I'm trying to move on. Now after the match is interesting because John Moxley comes out to confront the Super Elite, which, come on, bro. Y'all know what the dealio is. They took out my boy, Kingston. Y'all think I'm not gonna come and check these fools? Nah, it's SOS, smash on sight. Honestly, you might as well get shot, clocked, bang. I'm just saying. They lucky that Moxley's keeping a cool head, but then again, he didn't gain some great allies in that. The fact that it looks like the Bucks done allied with Moxley, and this is Don's fault. Don fucked himself here. You shouldn't have interfered as much as you did. Now you may probably fuck Kenny a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. Won't know until later, but definitely a little bit. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited for what the fuck's gonna happen in the future because something's gonna be with all of them. After work, Britt Baker comes to do her promo for Dark Elevation and reminds y'all why she's the best fucking heel in the company right now. Well, why she's spoken highly as one of the best heels in the company, I should say. MJF is still top of that mountain in my opinion. Then it's time for the women's action, and here's why I said in the last one, I felt like they should have shaved about 2 or 3 minutes off of it because this women's tag match was probably the best you can get at the most basic level. You had some early tag sequences. Allie actually getting her first match in AEW in forever in a fucking day. And Ty Conti basically being the hot tag, but it's just she got in at one time at the end, and it felt like she was trying to rush her moves and sequences. And these women did not come. These women ain't came to play. They came to play today, cause the hits were nice. It was strong. I would have loved to have seen this match go maybe 15 minutes. They got 10. As long as they touch 10, I guess I have to be okay, cool. Especially considering that on Raw, with I think the total time for all their women's matches was like 10 minutes or something. Is what Alana said, and I'm just like, you can shit on AEW for doing their women bad, but they're not doing their women that bad. Yes, they might get one match a night, but at least it's 10 minutes. I'm sorry, I just had to kind of poke that up in there, but I mean, I enjoyed the match. It was fun, but like I am with WWE, I'm not fond of a champion and contender being teamed up for whatever reason. It's unnecessary. It is very, very unnecessary. Especially considering that this is probably going to be the program that's going to be the women's feature for Double or Nothing. If not, Jade Cargill and Red Velvet getting some play in. There could be more, but we can't talk about it right now. So, but with that said, I enjoyed the match. I mean, as much as I could. I have complaints about it because I felt like the women's division still needs a lot more, but it's a slow process. There was like 4 different women's segments tonight, four times where the women were the focus of presentation, which was, including this match, Jade twice, once with Red Velvet, Dr. Britt Baker, and the match itself. That's probably some of the most shine that the women have been getting in a long time, especially with the fact that we're getting builds for the feud with Red Velvet and Jade Cargill. You're doing something right for me right now. That's why I'm giving it a pass. I'm gonna give this match. I'm gonna give this a B+. Like I said, the match was okay on a very basic and simple level, and I'm talking about simple as in early team up, babyfaces getting it, heels going to the midway, start controlling and keeping the hot tag off. Then the hot tag comes in and it's a ball of fire. Grade A simple, but it's not I can fucking really praise it as being the best any fucking way. Yeah, but yeah, B+ for me on that match. Then next week here's what we get: the Inner Circle making their return address. We get Jon Moxley and the Young Bucks going up against Kenny and the Good Brothers. That one I'm very interested in. That could be very good. I think I already said Tay Conti versus the Bunny because Tay Conti had the win, but then through interference and the outside squad which distracted Tay, then Bunny got a kendo stick, thwacked her, put her down the rabbit's hole, and that was it. So now they got to fight the one-on-one, which Ali, baby, y'all fucking up, darling, but it's okay. It's all right. Then we have Darby Allin going up against whoever the new dude is that Ryan Nemeth and Cesar Bononi are linked up with. That's who he's gonna go against. It's not going anywhere. I picture that being the opener. They probably get 12 good minutes, and then that's it. But I can't say for sure, so we're gonna have to wait and see. But now it's time for your main event. Wait, no, that was terrible. I said it's time for your main event as we have the Arcade Anarchy. And boys, I'm gonna get this out right now. This got an S from me. My coveted S, which I keep reserved. So if I didn't say it earlier, that whole segment with the inner circle and how they came back, that earned the S from me. That was an S segment. Now this is an S match. Not because the match was like perfect or sequences. No. It's because this is a long story build being done. This is most definitely the end of the feud. And on top of the arcade cabinets being there, they had a whack-a-mole, they had a ball pit, they had the prize straight. So this is another one of their variations on a street fight match. I am totally down for it. It was stupid. I also laughed a lot. I enjoyed it. And then came the shit that I just have to say is what really elevated it. We had Chris Statlander make her return, but not just coming in and running down the ramp and coming back. No, the bitch was in the claw machine the entire fucking time and popped out when Penelope Ford stuck her nose where it did not belong. And then promptly took her out on the air hockey table. Yes. And then when Miro was having his second shot of adrenaline, it was basically coming to end all their asses. In the distance, as Chuck and Orange are crawling their way up the ramp, we see headlights. And from out of the darkness comes a very familiar minivan as Sue comes back. And with Sue coming back, you know Hope Sweet Baby Boys, that's Trent Beretta makes his fucking return to AEW from injury. Now then, Miro is a tough son of a bitch. It took all three of them to take out Miro, but they fucking did it. They fucking did it with Best Friends getting the win. Cool. Now then, I love the aesthetic. They had fucking Killer Instinct, Primal Rage. They had Street Fight. No, not Street Fight. I didn't see Street Fight. But I saw Mortal Kombat. I saw Mario, Pac-Man. So they had their games on it. Then, like I said, they had the air hockey table. They had the arcade prize board with various weapons on there. I was wondering if you was going to need to get cash for the tickets for it. They just took it off. But at the same time, I liked it. I generally had fun and laughed. On top of the returns, which just made it for me. Thankfully, that's it. And the Best Friends won this one. So, yes, Lord. Thank you. Best Friends got the win they deserve. We can finally kill this feud. I hope. I need. We don't need to take it on anymore. This is perfect. Let it stop here. Let it stop here. But if you want to spin it off into a solo feud between Rusev and Trent, but not necessarily have them touch now, but maybe wait till like Fyter Fest or something like that, I'll be great. I'll be happy with that. But that's not here, and I'm fucking done because I am tired. The matches were great. Minor complaints just for the fact that the women should have gotten more time, but I can get over it because they had more time than normal tonight, just in all-around segments. Because hell, even in the main event, we have a feud to build now with Chris Statlander and Penelope Ford. Fucking right. So, how am I going to grade this show? Well, this show, in my humblest opinions, it deserves an A+. This was a great show, and I didn't really have extremely high hopes. I knew what matches I felt would be good. I knew what matches I would probably enjoy the most, and they actually managed to trump what my expectations. For the most part, it was good. Was it perfect? I don't know if there could be such a thing as a perfect episode of Dynamite, but this is most definitely at the top of some of the best. This was that fucking good. And I'm about to get the fuck out of here so y'all can go ahead and go to sleep. Ain't nothing extra today. This is just a raw review, bone dry review. So thank you for watching, for sticking it so long and checking me out and all those other things. And I'll be back at some point in time. I got other shit I got to work on. So y'all have a good one. Peace.